Hello, today we're going to talk about the Semantic Graph Explorer, or how to visualize complexity. So what it is, the Semantic Graph Explorer is a system that helps you navigate a complex schema. So this is how it works. A command manager procedure extracts the dependent objects, the children, for a defined set of object types, the parent. You run the procedure for a given project, and you write the output to a CSV file. You then read the file into a cube, you build a dossier on the cube, and there you go, off you go exploring. So let's look at some use cases. I can think of 3 examples. So we'd like to know what objects are related to the profit concept. We'd want to know which attributes are linked to certain tables, and we want to understand the schema logic for calendar objects. So let's look at these 3 cases in our demonstration. Right, so we're looking at a dossier in MicroStrategy. The data has been processed by command manager. It's now in a cube. We can see there we've got all the objects that are part of our semantic graph. We've got revenue, for instance, region, profit, category, and so on and so forth. When we click on profit, we see that we've actually got the profit metric there in the middle. And there obviously we've got all the dependents on it. So these are all the files, all the tables that provide data for the profit metric. Okay, but that's not really the full picture, is it? What we need to do is we need to search for profit within all the parents that are present within our table. And then we pick the search results. And then what we do is we pick the first one and the bottom one. And that now visualizes everything. So let me just quickly correct a setting here. There you go. So what we've got is we've got the entire profit surface within our semantic graph. We can see all the objects that relate to it. We can see we've got reports. So if we did select just the grid reports, we'd click there. We can also see what are the metrics relating to profit. And finally, what are the documents that relate to profit? Okay, so you can sort of analyze profit through all its different facets and dimensions. So that's one use case. Let's reset everything ready for the next use case. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at logical tables. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to filter everything but logical tables. So that's all the logical tables in my schema. Then I'm going to take the first one and the bottom one. And that's my schema visualized. So you can see all the logical tables and all the attributes that depend on it. So that's quite a good thing to give you an idea of, let's say, the center of gravity of your logical model. You can see where there are many intersections, and so this part of the diagram is quite busy. Okay, so that's use case number 2. Finally, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at anything that relates to a date, because I've been tasked maybe with swapping the tables that the dates come from. So let's have a go. Right, so I'm going to get all search results, select all my parent types, and again do the same thing. So that's my date imprint on the schema. So I can look at what these things are and get an idea of where dates are used in the system. So that's quite a simplistic demonstration done on the tutorial data. I've also run this on a customer's data, which has got considerably more attributes and metrics, and it's an invaluable tool for navigating complexity. So what we've got to do now really is automate this. So that can be done easily with either a cron job or a Windows scheduler and a schedule in MicroStrategy to refresh the cube. A little bit of housekeeping. Need to enclose column names or columns in quotes in CSVs. That's to handle metrics or objects which have got names with exclamation marks or other things in them. I'd like to add description and long description because that could be useful for searching and it could provide more information. And then also, really importantly, I want to build a hypercard. So that will give you like an online zero-click data dictionary when you're developing stuff in MicroStrategy, which I think in web, which I think will be rather useful. Okay, and then in the future, well, we could enrich it with the change journal information, and then most importantly, we need to port it to Mysterio, the REST API, and Python, but that's going to be a little bit more down the line. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. Bye bye.